Can you really keep this a secret? Perhaps you should leave for now. You are stopped short as your eyes map back to the mirror. Behind your reflection, a nightmarish creature is rising on its haunches. You get a glimpse of a calloused red skin, streaking with black and a bizarre collection of sharp claws, horns and spikes before the hulking creature presses a clawed hand down on your shoulder. Caught you! A voice thunders inside the skull, seeming to come from everywhere around you. Panicking, you tried to break away, but you are held fast. You must look rather comic, struggling with an invisible assailant, but the grip on your shoulder is very real. Little pet, the demon chuckles in amusement. Oh, what fun we shall have. In the mirror, the creature bends down ponderously. It must be at least twice your height, until you can feel its breath on your neck. A long, barbed tongue snakes its way out of its mouth and down into your clothes, the rough appendage painfully scraping your soft skin and almost drawing blood. Slowly, you're being pushed closer and closer to the reflection, an uncomfortable pressure against your back urging you forward. You instinctively pull away from it as you realize that it can only be the demon's unholy cock, stiffening as it brushes you. As your face is roughly pressed against the surface of the mirror, you are surprised to find it soft, yielding to the pressure. Slowly, your body is pushed into the mirror, swallowing you into oblivion. Your senses go into overdrive as you are surrounded by cold, swelling flames, burning the clothes from your body in a flash. The smell of smoke and sulfur assault your nose, and you feel the tang of hot blood on your tongue as you scream in pain. Exhaustion overcomes you, and you pass out in the whirling chaos. Do you want more? Oh, I have captured you in a trance. Slowly, you come to your senses. You jump. I can't concentrate with the screaming. You jump up in a crouch, afraid that this creature from before followed you, but you seem to be completely alone. The sudden motion makes you dizzy, and you are forced to sit down again, groaning until your head stops spinning. Your naked skin rubs uncomfortably on the cracked ground. Checking the ragged remains of your clothes, you confirm that the gemstone is somehow still in your pocket. The stale air is surprisingly cold. Shivering and wondering what the hell you have gotten yourself into now, you rise to your feet and have a look around you.
Today the gods will decide your fate.
You're unfamiliar with this. Okay.
That's a nice head.
Here's the question: Do we explore or do we go into the mountains?
Explore.
We explore. Explore the mountain. Oh right. Seeing nothing else of interest and getting a bit cold, you start out for the mountains. Measuring the distance, you guess it'll take you several hours to reach the foothills. Hopefully you can find some shelter in the elements there, but you fear that your bare feet will be bloodied stumps by the time you arrive. Still, you don't really have anywhere else to go. As you walk, you start to contemplate your situation. You're clearly not in your own world. But what is this place? Some strange hell? How exactly did the mirror transport you here? Where, you shudder, did that demon disappear to? Exposed as you are, you'd hate to return to that creature. As if summoned, a deafening crash behind you shatters your train of thought. Twirling around, you gape in disbelief as the earth shakes violently, huge cracks appearing. With a final roar, the ground shudders and collapses on itself, opening a huge fiery chasm. From the abyss rises the demon from before, but this time it's different. Limbs ablaze with a red sooty flame. This thing must be at least 100 feet tall. It tilts its slightly triangular head as it notices you, a far too wide grin spreading across its face, bearing hundreds of razor-sharp teeth. Found you! The voice echoes triumphantly across the blazing plains. The demon starts to climb out the chasm, the ground catching fire where the creature plants his claws. You shake yourself and turn around to run. This is not a good place to be in. Terrified, you scramble along. Fuck it, I'm gonna... Peeking out from your hiding place, your hope drains. As you see one of the demon's massive clawed hands crest on the edge of the cliff, it has already caught up with you. Don't run, puny human, there's no use in hiding. The booming voice announces, sounding slightly amused. You're in my realm now, there is no escape. It draws itself up to rest its arms in the clearing and you get your first look at the thing. A multitude of spikes and horns rise from its hairless head into a chaotic mess. The demon's lipless mouth, filled with incredibly sharp teeth, is spread in a huge grin spanning the entirety of the creature's red-skinned triangular head. Two sunken eyes burning like hot coals search the area trying to find you. A shrill laugh startles you. While you are focusing on the demon, some strange creature sneaked up upon you from behind. Tiny red monster seems to be some kind of imp, a nude, scrawny creature with a bulging eyes and a head too large for its body. A lot like Will. Cursing, you prepare to fight the imp which is quickly joined by another one just like it. Together, they force you out in the open. Above you, the demon watches this spectacle with a bemused grin. Ha! This might be amusing. You are facing the giant demon and 2 smaller imps. Do you attack, tease, job, wait, item, submit, or run?
Attack.
You attack. Good.
Focus.
Attack the imp or the demon.
Imp.
Well,
Imp.
Use the imp to attack the demon.
You attack the imp for
User
33
joined your
damage.
channel.
Wah! The demon's turn. The demon chuckles evilly, amused by your resistance. The imp attacks you, but the blow misses. Right, okay. We're gonna submit. Okay. Exhausted from the fight, you fall to your knees, your body hurting too much to keep up. The great demon looks down at you incredulously and laughs, a grotesque hissing and a thundering sound. Ha ha ha. You thought that you could stand up to me? You can't even beat a bunch of imps. The demon seems greatly amused by your plight, but only observes you as you squirm around, trying to get away. 2 imps snicker at you, uncertainly looking up at the demon. By all means. It waves amiably with a great clawed hand. Keep her virginity, though. The demon adds, as an afterthought. Release, the imps gleefully jump on you, pushing you to the ground on all fours. One of the imps proudly present you with its strapping incubus rod,
I'm not
rubbing,
fucking listening to this anymore.
rubbing the hard
User
shaft
left
in your
your
face
channel.
before forcing it into your protesting mouth.
What
The
the fuck
imp,
are you reading about?
the
User
imp
left your
proceeds to roughly face fuck you. The imp proceeds to roughly face fuck you, ignoring your garbled protests. He pulls at your blonde hair until he's pushed his shaft so far down your
User
throat
in
as
your
it'll go.
channel started
Then
recording.
it pulls out and repeats the process. Meanwhile, the other imp has moved behind you and grabs hold of your delicate rump and pushes his strapping cock against your tight back door.
Why do you own this?
The going is pretty rough, but soon he is pisting all his strength inside you, setting your poor colon on fire. You have lost your anal virginity.
User in your channel
So
started
going on
recording.
The imps, the imps rat and groan more insistent, and you can tell they're ready to blow. And now any other thoughts are wiped clear as your senses and body are filled to the brim with imp ejaculate. The imps withdraw, leaving you leaking cum on the ground. Gasping for air, you try to crawl
User
away as
in
a
your
demon
channel
looms
started
closer to you.
recording.
This is only the beginning, puny one, the demon chortles. Let's see what else I can do. The demon stabs down with one claw,
User
binding
left
it.
your
A
channel.
blinding pain hits your forehead and your vision turns red. As the pain slowly subsides, you realize that the demon didn't skewer your head on its claw. Confused, you probe your forehead with shaking fingers and find 2 unfamiliar hardened protrusions, sharp and ragged. Groaning, you poke at your new demon horns, noting that they are quite sensitive. Just a taste, the grinning demon proclaims. Now should I turn you into a slavering incubus? Perhaps a willing slut of succubus? Ah, decisions. The creature turns its attention from you as it ponders these important topics. Right. Do we climb up the mountain, or do we try attack at the imps? Do we climb away or attack the imps?
Attack.
Okay. Oh no! You carefully approach the snickering imps, a bit daunted by their taunts. Does little Missy want another go? One of the little
User
devils
disconnected
holler.
from your channel.
Do you say no
Hold on,
or
hold
all? Actually, no. You know what?
User in your channel started recording.
I want you to fuck me. You can hardly believe that you uttered the words yourself, but the imps are more than happy to oblige. You're quickly pushed down on all fours, held down by 2 imps, while the third one mounts you from behind. The request is quickly filled as the imp roughly shoves his entire length inside your flexible ass, begins to rut wildly. The boss won't let me use the other hole, so this one will have to do, the imp grunts. The imp is done sooner than you would have liked, basting your insides with sticky seminal fluids, but he is quickly replaced by another, picking up where the first left off. One after the other, the imps have a go at your poor, very flexible arsehole, reaming you into a whimpering mess. Hey!
User in your channel started recording.
Hey, look at what the boss gave me. You dimly hear one of the imps explain. There's a bit of a shuffle behind you, and your ass is momentarily free of imp cock, only to be stuffed with what feels like a battering ram. Damn demon, it seems like he is at least
User in
double
your
the
channel
length
is recording.
and girth of the imp's cock. Thankfully, the imp seems to last a bit shorter than the others.
Wait,
But he's-
How much money can we rob from someone?
How
I
much
don't know. If you're,
Sorry?
you can't, you have to tax him unless you're an outlaw. Then you can rob.
Why are people recording?
I wonder why.
Okay, can we continue with the story?
Yeah.
Somehow, each cock that pierces you feels like it's a bit bigger than the last, until you could swear that they're shoving beasts the size and girth of your arm up there. Meet the Impaler, one of the diminutive devils snickers, presenting you with this phallus so big it almost looks comical in his slight frame. If you did not know that it would be soon lodged deep in your colon. You give
User
it a
in
few.
your channel is recording.
You give it a few licks, hoping the saliva will make the entry easier. The orgy continues, each imp now equipped with a 15-inch monster. Feminine juices from countless orgasms stream from your legs, mixing with the leaking seminal fluids from your ravaged, very flexible anus. Your stomach is filled to the brim with imp spunk, each new load deposited leaking out harmlessly. Your butt has become loose. Finally, you can take no more and black out, still being fucked by the frenzied imps. You wake up sometime later in a pile of snoring imps. Somehow you seem to have absorbed a ridiculous amount of cum. Your stomach is now relatively normal in size. Carefully disentangling yourself from the imps, you get up. And so, Miss High and Mighty gives in to her urges, the demon gloats, as you gather up your possessions. Your cheeks burn slightly under the scrutinizing gaze. What business is that of his anyway? How would you like it if I made some changes? Would you prefer a vaginal cap, anal cap, or big breasts?
Big breast.
Breasts.
Big breasts. You moan as if your chest fell out, gaining at least a few cup sizes. You carefully touch your stiff nipples. Apparently they grew a bit too. You're on a small outcropping on the sheer mountainside where you fought with the imps. The huge demon is blocking
User
the
in
path
your
down,
channel is recording.
but it seems to be ignoring you for now. No doubt cocking up new ways to torture you. Cooking up, rather. You could try to continue the climb up, though doubt you could escape the demon's wrath for long. Still not much choice, is there? The imps are still hanging around, sneering and hooting at you. Going near them is probably not going to end well for you. They would probably jump at the chance to have another go at
User in
you.
your channel is recording.
What do? Do you climb or go to the imps?
Go to
Climb,
the
of
User in your
course. Where the
channel
fuck
is
is this
recording.
shit going?
We're going to the imps. Does little Missy want another go? Do you say no, or we'll get fucked?
Fucked.
All right, you cheeky bugger. Oh, we've already said that one. Oh no, okay.
How long
Bloody, bloody,
is the
blah.
story?
Your butt has become gaping. Right?
Mm.
For vaginal cap. Okay. You let out a shuddering grasp as you feel your insides shift around. You feel you could probably take a lot bigger cocks now. Right, we're going to climb up the mountain. Actually, I'm going to wait. You guys are going to have to wait for the next one, I think.
No.
Here ends the reading.
But Uncle Janos, I was just
Can I put it in here? So does it respawn if I take it off?
Yeah, you need to put it away first. I think, just to be sure. Pretty sure it does. Doesn't.
No, I
Oh,
take
so-
it. Oh shit.
Stand there.
Alpha, Your Grace.
Probably gonna die
Down here,
demon
Alpha.
sperm.
And kneel.
Your Grace, I'm sorry, I'm
Joined your
sorry.
channel.